Join Bert and I as we discover the sights at Lookout Mountain in Scenic City, Chattanooga, Tennessee, where we'll visit Ruby Falls, the iconic Rock City, the Incline Railway, and Point Park.
Make sure to like and subscribe to
Here we are at the Ruby Falls, and gonna go in. Okay. Always 60 degrees in the caves. 72 right now, but really socked in here. All right, let's go in the cave, shall we? We're in the Ruby Falls cave, and starting the tour.
And pull out 5 million pounds of limestone to create the elevator shaft. We use that limestone to build the cavern castle, which some call the world's most magnificent cave entrance.
The main difference between stalagmites and stalactites is that stalactites will grow from the ceiling, whereas stalagmites will grow from the ground. The onyx jungle, this is one of the most slippery sections of the cavern, so please watch your step as you go through here. But that also means, if you haven't gotten any cave kisses yet, this is where you're probably going to get one. You can see our onyx column on your left side. This is a great example of a column because you can very clearly see where those 2 points come together, the stalagmite on the bottom and the stalactite on top.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Watch, not wash.
All right, yeah, a little low hanging level here. Going to stoop most of the time today.
This is Myrtle the turtle. She's kind of our unofficial mascot here at Ruby Falls. If you look closely, you can see her little head poking out right underneath the leaning tower, and then her shell is just right at the bottom here.
Okay, yeah, real low hanging here. Now I can stand up straight. Bird ahead in there. And a little dark in there in places. Bacon. Bacon right there. And this area is called Niagara Falls. Can you see it? And we don't want to fall down the steps here. Oh, there you go. There's the falls in the foreground here. That's pretty cool. I was looking out of there. St. Paul is always mesmerizing, isn't it? Ruby Falls. About 5 feet depth of water there. The falls comes. That's pretty cool, isn't it? All the people here. We have a little small group today, which is cool. It's a real jaw dropper. Doing some taking your film. Lighting really helps things, doesn't it? Oh yeah, there's a little mountain called the Beehives Formation. Can you see it? There's the elephants. Check it out. Well, here we are at top of the lookout tower here at Ruby Falls, and get a sweeping view of Chattanooga down below, and that's going to be the Tennessee River. It's cleared up a little bit. Supposed to maybe have some thunderstorms coming up around 2 or 3 o'clock. Hopefully not. We're on our way to Rock City after this, downtown Chattanooga. We'll head out there very late afternoon or early evening. Here's what you're up against is some steps. Bert decided to forgo it. She's getting a little cramps in her legs. And got a zip line up here along with the falls. Quite a tour. Yeah, we've done this before. And speaking of, there's Bert right now. Yeah, quite a commanding view,
I was gonna get your picture up there.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, on to Rock City. We are at Rock City. Looks like it's been raining in here, like a little rainforest there, huh? All right, well, starting our journey of Rock City. This is one of the coolest places, really. Here I can touch the rocks in like Ruby Falls, the going into the cave. You're not supposed to touch anything. Here you need to touch them just to get your balance. And right off the bat, you're gonna kind of slim down to get through this. Isn't this cool? I need to switch hands here so I don't ruin my camcorder that's hanging from my side here. Try to get down here without slipping, breaking my skull. Oh, we've been here once before, and I think this is one of the coolest. I think I probably said this was my favorite thing the last time we did the Tennessee-Kentucky tour. Here we're adding a few states. We're actually in Georgia right now. You know, so we just crossed over the Georgia line, and so that's one of the 7 states that we will be in on this 2-week, 15-day tour. You can see these moss-draped rocks. Draped or not, that's the right word. Thinking some fern action over here. I love this place. Oh, look at that. All right. You see the joy on my face? Are you happy to be here at Rock City?
I'm happy to be with you here.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Oh, exactly.
Like the nice ferns, huh? When I was a kid, we would always walk through the the woods with ferns. You make little spears out of the real big ferns. You ever have ferns that big? You make spears out of it?
No, but you have some between your ears, I think.
That wasn't nice. All right, so we continue on, shall we? All right, so we'll just do this for a little bit more around the curb. And say, well, a lot of these places you do have to get a little pretty skinny in order to get through to it. This one's not too bad here. You can.
We shouldn't have ate all that we
Oh
ate
boy,
last
did we!
night.
Yeah, I don't know if I got that on the video or not, but that was no, I know I didn't.
Ooh.
We ate at where was it? Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, it's yummy.
And had a half slab of ribs with all the the fixins, and baked potato, and I forget chili. And the buns. Oh boy. We ate every last bit of it.
I don't think you're gonna fit through there then.
Well, I'm gonna give it a try. This is Needle's Eye. Ooh, yeah.
I want to take your picture there.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, so this is where you got it. This is
Yeah, this is just kind of
yeah, real scraper here. Wasn't planning on that.
My big hair trying to get through.
Yeah, that's Bert's hair trying to. She's okay, but not her hair.
this, and I was like, well, we could just take this.
Wow. A little claustrophobic here.
Like, it's making, I need to see.
Through here, what do you have to go back to?
I'm claustrophobic too, but I think as long as I can see up there, I'm okay.
All right, made it. That's we just went through that. Got too much media here. Cell phone, camcorder, GoPro, and so can't do it all at the same time. But you have people taking pictures down there. I don't know if that's Fat Man Squeeze or something like that. And then they have the pleasant music going on as well. Not just you know, all sensories are, you know, going here. Smell, you can smell the wetness, the moisture in the air. You can hear the music that they have playing, the waterfalls.
You can smell certain plants.
Of course, and then the sight, you know, obviously the vision. Yeah, pretty fun. And a little bit of sun. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's really.
So it's probably a little humid out. I think it's still going to get into the low 80s today. This is the day that we'll probably get some afternoon thunder showers, and then should be smooth sailing the rest of the way. I know the gal that originally owned this property. The way they did it, they didn't have the sidewalk, so they put string in between the, you know, the squeezes and the. Yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah, you get out into the sun and it's gets warm. You know, there's a bunch of gnomes in a cave somewhere, huh?
The Rock
story
City
behind it, huh?
Gardens was created by this Frederica person.
Oh yeah, Frederica.
And she had a love for German folklore.
Ah.
And this is why.
That's why the
you
gnomes.
see the
huh?
gnomes.
I see.
Which I don't.
Yeah, and
the stuff.
oh yeah, you know, they're a little scary to me. You know?
Yeah, I
think there was a movie that you know, a horror movie about the gnomes chasing you around or something like that.
No thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, and in about I don't know what we're left here, about 10-11 days, we'll be going to Gnome Sweet Gnome. I have a nice little deep ravine here. The trees growing out of it. Yeah. And we continue on here. Oh, I see. I guess there's you can look at your brochure that they give you, and they have little spots here so you know what you're seeing and all that, but of course we're not going to look at that. Those are the...
I wanted some of the holly, and I got it in the picture right there.
Yeah. I'm going through Goblin's Underpass, huh? Little spooky times here. Yeah, which... yeah, I don't want you to see my fright. Yeah, this is, you go through these, you know, so you got a bridge, a stone bridge overpass, and then we'll go through a swing bridge where the, all these boulders, rocks, and, yeah, so cool. Okay, these always kind of freak me out, these suspension bridges. You can see me rocking it. So just walking normal here too. You know, and it's a ways up. You can't tell. Statue. But oh, I think I went airborne there.
Yeah, I'm sure you.
Yeah, at least a quarter of an inch off the ground or off the bridge. Yeah, this is pretty cool, the suspension bridge. Now this, I don't know, I don't have too much of a problem, but if I fell, I'd still die. So usually my rule is if you're on a bridge so tall, if you fall off of it, you die. If you fall and survive, then it's not so bad. But, you know, I'd still die if I fell from this, but it's not so bad. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does to me. The only person you have to make sense to is yourself. Greg Bennett quote. That wasn't bad, was it? All right, Bert. You like the experience?
That was fun.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
Yeah. And then you got the view of Chattanooga out there. And this is what we just went across. Pretty sweet. All right, survived it. And pretty much at the very peak, zenith, the apex of Lookout Mountain here, at least at Rock City anyway. And we still have an Incline Railway to go after this. And we'll complete the trifecta of Ruby Falls, Rock City, and the Incline Railway. And then we're going to go to the Chickamauga, I think, National Monument battlefield. I'm sure I'm destroying the name. The eagle ready to soar there over Lookout Mountain there. And down below us is the waterfalls. And then you have this little overlook here. Well, on a clear day, you can see forever. According to this, you can see seven states, and a little hazy out there today. But those are the 7 states. Even in a clear day, I would rather doubt that you can actually see seven states. What do you think? Do you think that's a
I think you probably could
misnomer?
say that haze over there is so and so, and that haze over there is so and so.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they say you can see all the way to North Carolina and South Carolina. That's even without the haze. It might be a purple haze.
Well, you know
or,
it's South Carolina, North Carolina, all this type of stuff. Just listen to the accents of the people.
Oh, okay. Turned out to be a nice day so far. I think it's still probably get some rain later this afternoon, but so far it's holding off, and this is the one that we needed to really have it hold off, was up here at Rock City where you exposed. And then I don't want to get hit by a lightning bolt going up that Incline Railway either, do you?
No, or slip on a boulder.
Make our hair a little more curlier than it is. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, so we're going to go through Fat Man Squeeze here. Good thing I lost 44 pounds. Although I've gained probably 20 of it on this one alone. So let's go, shall we? There's Bert going through it. One thing I don't want to have happen is scratch up my camcorder on the sides here.
Oh, remember I scratched my watch here?
Remember that now? Now that you mentioned it,
This is the place I scratched my watch.
Oh boy, yeah, that is a squeeze. You hear me shuffling? Oh, yeah. Ooh, this is fun. Got the spotlight on Bert though, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I gotta change my shirt after.
There are my glasses.
Oh, really?
Well, you don't know. Oh,
Yeah, be careful. Oh, I see.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
right here. Wait a minute.
Bert stuck. Bert stuck in Fat Man Squeeze. Look at her. Look, everybody. She's stuck.
Stick you as
Oh, gee, yeah, you're right. I could just scrape my ear off. I feel like Vincent Van Gogh in here. I'm missing an ear. Starry night.
just the way the edge comes out. Kind of
Oh,
slippery.
wow, yeah, slippery.
Yeah, I hit my glasses twice.
Let me see. That's what you're going through here. Not much of a... hopefully that doesn't cost us $400, the price of her glasses. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm fine.
All right, now we're going down to the...
Careful, honey.
Yeah, we're careful. Yeah, it's still at Rock City here in this little man-made waterfall. Pretty cool. There's Lover's Leap up there. It's called High Falls is what they're called. And there's a little Spookiesville coming in here. I don't know. It's the only way out. You gotta brave it. Man up. Oh. Woman up. That's something up.
Watch your head.
There we go. Yeah, watch your head is right. I'm getting a lot of stooping over here today at Ruby Falls here and at Rock City.
I hope there's no stairs involved.
Look like Hunchback of Notre Dame. Huh? This. Ooh, look at that. Getting ready for Halloween here in the haunted house,
If
huh?
I was a kid, I'd live in here.
But you're not a kid.
Okay, kid at heart, I'm living here.
Yeah. Went through a Fat Man Squeeze there. And oh, look at that, there's a gnome. I don't like it. And got way too much media here. I've already mentioned that. And Bert said, watch my head. And so I used the GoPro to go through Fat Man Squeeze there because it's impact resistant. But my ear isn't. And it scraped off half of my ear. It looked like a Vander Holyfield now after Mike Tyson got a hold of him. That's a good joke.
I was
get
laughing
it.
inside.
Yeah, you don't get it, but
No, I was laughing inside, I'm sure. I guess.
yeah, pretty nice area here. So we're dropping down into the chasm here, as we like to say. Not sure what that represents. No, there's a rock that you sit underneath here that weighs 1 billion tons. All right. All right, got the little edge thing going on over there with Rock City. The waterfall in the background. How nice, huh? All right. There's Lover's Leap up the top where you already been. We survived that. And there's a man-made falls here, but it's pretty cool. Still pretty spectacular. And above, there's nothing but air down below me and hard surface once you hit the bottom. Fairy Tale Lane or something like that. The caves. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but yeah, it's kind of fun, kind of spooky. We'll move on right now because of our next tour is at 1:30 on the Incline Railway. Everything's timed now. It's really an irritation. So we're just going to zip through this real quick like. And that's the name of that tune.
Bert and I board the Incline Railway to the top of Lookout Mountain. Round trip, $30. Prepaid and timed departures.
Top of the Incline Railway here. And again, the view of Chattanooga down there. It's the Tennessee River. Be heading downtown here. Maybe first a stop at the military park, and then downtown. Over this road. Still a little bit better view, shall we? We just rode up in that. And it's quite steep. You can feel it. You're getting steeper and steeper. I think it's the steepest incline in the world. We'll find that out in a minute. Or the longest. Or both. And where we started, follow these tracks. It's way down there. There it goes. Here's the pulley system. There is quite the brake system on here. Apparently it's you're not going to have a runaway railway here. Remember them talking about that before. not sure what this little community is. We're outside of Chattanooga, or if it is Chattanooga, or Lookout Mountain, but at the bottom of it. But we're having some ice cream. And what kind of flavors did you get?
Chocolate and praline and cream.
Chocolate! You've got about 28 flavors in there. And she gets plain old chocolate.
And everybody loves chocolate. And
anyway, and praline's okay, not bad. I can deal with that. And I got me, that's melting into the sidewalk, just like this choke melted into the sidewalk. I got me some coconut chunk ice cream and some peanut butter brownie ice cream, all vanilla based, and that's the way to go. And so, oh, we saw an accident, by the way, on the freeway going at about 65, 70 miles an hour yesterday, just right in front of us. Three car accident. Everybody was fine. We're talking about it like this, but yeah, it was crazy. Good Lord protected us from that one. I missed it by that much.
Yeah.
So chocolate versus all sorts of good flavors for me. Yeah, I win. Well, we're at Point Park, our Lookout Mountain battlefield. In 1863, this in November, you know, there was quite the battle here for Chattanooga, and made it up here on Lookout Mountain. It's the Chickamauga and Chattanooga battlefields. And just in this one area here up on the Lookout Mountain, I think I read that right, almost over 14,000 casualties. Now, casualties meaning killed, injured, or missing between the north and the south there. So pretty sad. This was known, since of the dense fog and so forth in November, it's known as the Battle Above the Clouds. And so you have a sweeping view of Chattanooga up here. You know, if you see the cannons and so forth. Boy, this is nice. This is right next to the Incline Railway, and so you have about 3 blocks away. We were already up here on the Incline Railway, and then we got to the bottom, had ice cream, and drove back to the top here. And that is a commanding view, if I must say myself. Commanding. So let's take a look at it, shall we?
Wow.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's the Tennessee River, you say?
That is the Tennessee River. And
look at how it just snakes through there.
Downtown Chattanooga down there, you know, the kind of meandering, if you may. Kind of like your mind sometimes. And boy, it's beautiful up here. I'm impressed. You can see that it's coming down over there. Maybe have a thunderstorm coming up here. I don't know. But we're planning to go downtown. Go eat. Where are we going to eat at?
Pickle Barrel.
Going to eat at the Pickle Barrel. Not to be confused with the Cracker Barrel, but the Pickle Barrel.
Exactly. Supposed to be real unique.
And the Chattanooga Choo Choo somewhere out there. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go see that.
Sure.
Today or
And we're up pretty high here. We're up by the Incline Railway. And it's thundering and lightning. And we're afraid that because of Bert's hair, you know, that the lightning bolt will come right down on her.
I'm sure.
And I'm right next to her, so that's not good.
Thanks.
Yeah, you know, so we're gonna make our way back to the car to safety. Say if you have rubber, if you get hit, I don't know, with the tires and so forth. I don't know if a lightning bolt hits anything. I think you're probably history, aren't you?
I don't have any braces on my teeth.
Yeah, that's good. And so we're cutting a path here on the path. And yeah, this was cool. Quite a view up here, commanding view of Chattanooga down below in the Tennessee River. And we're going to head down to downtown Chattanooga now, and maybe the Chattanooga Choo Choo. What do you think?
I'd like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it, shall we?
Okay.
Barely got in there.
Doggy.
The shame is you can't see the nice homes up here that have a commanding view of Chattanooga.
I know. They were really nice, and I was going to get some shots here and there on the way back. You know, get out of the car, take a picture here, get out of the car, take a picture here. I think not. Thanks.
onto East Railroad.
Now we're going to go down a steep, windy road. Ooh. Or maybe not. Maybe not.
This guy's just, I don't know what this guy's doing.
I don't know either, Hunter. Well, drive safe, honey.
Okay, the Pickle Barrel, and we'll find out why it's historic. Apparently because of the stained glass windows. I'm sure it was an old business a long time ago. This is in a old building as well. So we'll get it figured out. And shall we?
Okay.
Speaking of, there's the barrel full of pickles.
Yeah.
The Pickle Barrel. Look at it.
Well, we're man first out to take our flour apart. Actually, my flour.
Good.
Well, it looks good.
Yours looks the best.
Yeah, wow, it's a healthy one too.
We get bite to bite, okay?
Okay.
Bite to bite, okay?
Looks good. All right, shall we?
Downtowners.
Downtowners, okay.
It's a various meats with a South Lemon dressing and cheese and it's kind of tangy. It's good.
Yeah, okay. So you like the taste of it then and so forth?
I like yours better.
Oh yeah, I got me a classic Reuben sandwich here, and yeah, it is really tasty. I like the the traditional Thousand Island on it and so forth. It's nice and thick. Got the marble of the rye bread on there. You check it out. And yeah, just super tasty. And so, we're enjoying our time here at the Pickle Barrel.
Pickle Barrel.
In downtown Chattanooga. We're still in the Pickle Barrel. And I don't know what makes this historic, but it's pretty cool. Some nice stained glass windows up here. Cool. Okay, the Pickle Barrel, and we'll find out why it's historic. Apparently because of the stained glass windows. I'm sure it was an old business a long time ago. This is in a old building as well. So we'll get it figured out. And shall we?
Okay.
Speaking of, there's the barrel full of pickles.
Next up, join Bert and I as we leave Tennessee to tour the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park in Oglethorpe, Georgia. And then it's on to Alabama to visit the beautiful DeSoto Falls and the Nakalula Falls before wrapping up our day in the historic Hotel Finial in Anniston, Alabama on the next Out and About with G&B Unedited.